You'll hear some clips from the original conversations, however, some audio has been recorded by voice actors. Our Social Networks is a National Lottery Heritage Fund project in Mencap, Cymru. Between 2017 and 2020, we collected 40 stories from people with a learning disability across Wales about friendship and our relationship. An important study in America found that good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Our Social Networks project listened to all of the stories to find out if there were any common themes or shared experiences. This is what they found out. Friendships is a really important part of our identity. It helps us to understand who we are. Lots of people who shared their story had been friends for a long time. This made us feel proud.
We met in school, didn't we? Many years ago, but we never stopped keeping in touch.
It is important for us to have people outside our family who care about us and want to spend time with us. It can make us feel good about who we are.
So my best mate in the club is 84, right? Now, quick story behind this. I call him, his name is Keith, but I call him Grandad because he've always said to me, I'm the grandson he never had. So we kind of always drink together, we talk together. So between Chris from the rugby and Grandad, if you like, from the Bows, if I don't ring either of them for one day, they think there's something wrong, or I'm in hospital, or something, I'm away for some reason. So I talk to him every day.
Some people didn't get to see their friends as much as they used to when they were in school or college. But some people had really good friendship. Now they helped each other through difficult times.
I looked after you, didn't I? I sat with you. Lots of people at his mum's Thanksgiving service. I went to support Steve and his dad. I've got on with your dad a long time, haven't I?
We all need people to help us make sense of the experiences we have. Lots of people told us that they felt like they didn't fit in, that they felt like an outsider. Lots of people told us that when they've joined a group of people with a learning disability like People's First or Bridges, they felt accepted and safe for the first time. They felt able to be themselves and to make good friends.
And do you have friends outside that group? Do you have like a best friend at the moment, or?
No.
So they're your main friends within that?
People First is my ideal community.
Lots of people experienced bullying, especially in school.
Horrendous. For me, horrendous to make friends. I didn't have any friends in school. I was the one that nobody wanted to be friends with. Why, I don't know, but nobody ever. I was bullied horrendously to a point where I actually missed quite a lot of school.
Should we always try and be a part of the community if it can make us feel upset and left out? Should we always try to be a part of the community if we feel safer, happier, and like we belong when we are a part of a group of people with a learning difficulty? Research shows a lot of people with a learning disability are not in relationship, but many of the people we spoke to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Lots of the couples told us how important it was to share a life with someone.
Well, just companionship. It's friend to get out and about and go on holidays and meet other people. Help each other out. Linda's good on advice, she's really sensible, so 50-50, help each other out, different ways.
Our families are really important to us. For lots of couples, the boyfriend or girlfriend's parents and family became a part of our family. It was difficult for lots of people to imagine living apart from the family or moving out to live independently with a partner.
Yeah, we know thing about it. Where I live in, we've got spare beds and like that.
Oh God, darling and damn.
So you'd sort of see Sam moving in with your family, maybe?
Yeah.
Relationships are really important to us. We all need to feel loved and have connection with others.
When I was a kid, I didn't have a birthday card. I didn't have a Christmas present. I didn't have anything from the age of 5 years of age. So since I've grown up and since I've got to know Mark, and I've had birthday cards and Christmas presents and all that, but before I met Mark and all that, I didn't have anything.
Not from anyone.
That is quite emotional and very upsetting.
Lots of us need help to find a partner and be in a relationship. We need help from our families and staff. Some families were brilliant at helping, but believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying this, my father used to be someone who'd get stressed out, why don't you stay overnight? And that's true, anyway.
And we drop Adam off in Angela's so that they had their own space then, and him and let him choose a ring, and that's what we did then. We left him alone then, and it was up to them to.
Other families stop couples from being together.
Yeah, and I went on for about 12 years. 12, 13 years, a long time. And then when I moved up though, I wanted to move to Aberystwyth. There was a bungalow up there, I was going to move. So Christine came down, that was in, I know the year that was. That was parents came down in 1996, in the November. We said, I want to move up to, we had round table talk with her parents, Mum was there. And they said, too much responsibility, you can't move to Aberystwyth.
Some staff really helped us.
What happened originally was one of the people that work in one of the units went to one of the managers and said, they're both adults, they have a right to have a bit more time. So it was thankful to a good person who stood up for us. And then it got extended to 11.
But some staff didn't think our relationships were as important as other things we need help with. If we need help using a bus, why wouldn't we need help to have good relationships too?
How have your friends reacted to your relationship? And what about support staff? Or you mentioned your social worker before.
Yeah, they're all right about it, but they did say as long as their relationship don't interfere with the support of one-to-one, it don't matter.
In some services, the rules made it difficult for couples to be together.
Well, basically, normally, most of the time, all of the bedrooms have single beds, and so all they have done is push 2 single beds together, but because of the framework on the outside, it leaves quite a gap between the 2 beds, so it's not the ideal situation. You know, we basically have to roll up another quilt.
Sometimes there weren't enough staff to support us to see our partner when we want. Saturday, I went to be with my babe, so I want to be with my babe Saturday night, not Friday night.
And why don't you meet up on a Saturday night?
Well, I can't see him as always too busy. Staff said no.
And why do the staff say no?
Because there's no staff on. This is not enough to say we support our relationship. We need staff and families to take action. Lots of people find it difficult to decide for themselves about being in a relationship.
I think the one thing that might be slightly stopping me, it's not like definitely stopping me, is like the initial conversations with my parents. Maybe I'm just afraid of like what I'm scared of, but maybe it's like my parents. Like, I'm their only daughter with a disability. It's that thing of kind of saying like, can I make this decision, guys? It's like, deal with that. I need to be 100% committed to that.
They want approval from their family or staff. Some people felt like they needed permission to be in a relationship.
How long will it be before you get married, do you think?
Not sure.
Future, like, when, if mum's happy,
yeah,
if we can get married or not.
Yeah.
Because it's up to our parents to decide.
Yeah. What can help us to have a voice and make decisions about our lives and our relationship? We want to get engaged and married like everyone else. OSN interviewed couples who were married and quite a few who were engaged. Sometimes the engagement lasted a long time. Some couples weren't sure if they would actually get married. Well, we actually got engaged 4 weeks.
About just under a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a month ago. Hopefully it came out as being married in the end.
Yes.
When I GM him up a bit. And that's about it. Living together, hopefully one day. For most couples we spoke to, kissing and cuddles were very important, but lots of couples did not have sex. We had separate rooms, didn't we, that time?
We had separate rooms then, yeah.
And then the year after, we decided to sleep together, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I'm really not interested in anything about sex, really.
What about other kinds of like cuddles and kisses and...
Oh yeah, we do lots of that, yes. Some couples were worried about having sex, as they did not want to have a baby. How important is sex to our relationship?
We don't have sex, but...
No.
Because we're not having babies yet, because I'm young and you're old.
Lots of people told us they didn't have good relationships and sex education. Lots of people did not understand that having sex could just be about pleasure and being close to someone. How can we better learn and talk about sex and relationships? Relationships are important to us having a good life.
Okay, got one more question and I'll leave you alone. Could you tell me what is love?
Finding the right person and feeling comfortable in their silences, but enjoying their happiness and their sadnesses as well, being there when they're sad. Loving every part of a person, be it good or bad.
Even the snoring?
Even the snoring.